It's the Texans coming in at 8-4, going up against the Steelers, who come in at 4-8. With that, let's hand things over to Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 14 matchup.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Tonight we start Week 14 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Miller, the lone setback. He'll get it running right. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
On second down, here's Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's third down.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing on third down, Romo. The catch made by Miller. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
Let's go now. White 18. White 18.
A first down carry now for Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Second down following the run.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run it again with Miller. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Here's a give to Miller. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Malcolm Smith there for the stop. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Stephon Tuitt's ability to play defensive end and yet rise up and knock passes away when quarterbacks try to throw them, he makes it hard to get around.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Check. Here we go.
Hopkins, a man in motion right. From the gun on 3rd down, Romo. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Sliding out of the pocket. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touch. Lamar Miller, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. He's going to get the football. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On your screen now, here are the offensive starters. At wideout, Antonio Brown is certainly someone that the defense always has to account for.
Without a doubt, a true #1 receiver. It doesn't matter to him how defenses want to cover him. He sees it as a challenge and knows how to defeat them.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And a look now at the defense for Houston.
Kevin Johnson's skills just continue to get better and better. An elite athlete out on the corner, he's up to the challenge of any receiver.
Now it's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump-off. They'll give him 12 yards and a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down. On now the Steelers' 2nd-year punter. This is Australian-born Jordan Berry.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep. So this game's not very far along. He's already found the end zone once, and now he started this drive with another big gain, another 1st down run. I've got to wonder if I'm the defensive coordinator, what do I do in this situation? It's only the 1st quarter, but do I go ahead and sell out and try and slow him down and make him beat me another way? Because the risk is if I don't, he ends up having a monster game.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier, knocking down for a loss.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
On 3rd down, Miller. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. So on 4th down, here's Brandon Fields to kick this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Again, it's Miller. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Give them a lot of credit. They ended up running the ball on a key 3rd down situation. They were staring 3 and out in the face and found a way to flip the script and keep the ball moving on offense.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll come out in the pistol.
Check, check, check. Switch. Gun.
They'll try the air now with Romo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Now Roethlisberger. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Roethlisberger will throw. And Bryant's got it over the middle. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Brown, the lone receiver, left. On second down, Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Now a play fake here on first down. Serving under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on first and goal.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on third and goal. Here's Ron. And he's got his tight end. It's Green for the Steeler touchdown. Ladarius Green with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. He juked him. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now it's the backup Smith toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Fresh set of downs here. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Gino on first down. Gets it to Strong. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it second and short. And quickly. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down and just 1. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Romo now on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, Romo. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he's got some space here. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Miller, the lone setback.
Check.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Romo. And this one complete to Will Fuller. 23-yard. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Right 18. Gun. Check.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Romo. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Set. Right 18. Gun.
Now Tony Romo on 1st down. On the right side, this is Miller. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Andre Howe. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Second half begins with a run from Miller. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
To throw on 2nd down is Romo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it.
Hey, let's go now. Check. Let's go now. Left 35.
Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. Room here to run. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Novak to tack on the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Martavis Bryant. He's at the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Martavis Bryant, 79 yards. And the Steelers are going to take the lead.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
White 18! White 18!
Off play action. Romo. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down.
Ready. White 20. Hot. White 20. Hot. White 98. Hot.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. Back to throw, Romo. And now for the 3rd time, Romo intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. Now Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Second down following the run. They come out here in the eye. Again, it's Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, nice move. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Now Romo. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Right 20. Right 20.
Penalty. It's Miller. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here we go. Here we go. Right 20. Right 20.
Third and long here. It's Romo. Finding time. Caught left side Hopkins. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell.
Left.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now it's Roethlisberger. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end, and it's third down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
10 yards to go on third. They'll come out in the pistol. On third down, Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. A big gain of 39 on third.
Well, they just treated third and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
Roethlisberger will throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
There's no doubt about it. That's just one of the best connections in the league. Big Ben throwing it to Antonio Brown. And Antonio Brown has turned himself into such a player. A low-round draft pick, but you can't beat his determination or work ethic. And Big Ben welcomes that.
And Big Ben won a Super Bowl at 23, youngest ever to do so, has never looked back. A give to Bell. And they get to him quickly here as he stops right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll go again with Bell. And out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator's relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And now out comes Houston. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Romo here on first down. Underneath for Miller. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Setting up the screen for Miller. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Throwing on 3rd down, Romo. He's got the completion to Strong. Touchdown! Houston. Jalen Strong, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans get a bit closer. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll run it with Bell, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. And he motions the wide receiver. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. Ooh, the juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. Second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And this is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Martavis Bryant, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, But what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up the score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play. Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
Let's go now. 118. Gun.
Here's Romo now on second down. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. One receiver left, three to the right.
Right 20. Half. Check. Left 35. Left 35.
Now Tony Romo on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Here we go. Right 18.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Romo now to throw. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So still in search of the first down after that last completion.
Three down. Let's go now. Check. 99. Check 99. If you kill it, motion me out.
Throwing again is Romo. Dumps it off for Irvin. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Right 18.
They'll run. It's Miller. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go. Right 20.
Romo here on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back to the air they go. Romo on second down. Gets it to Strong. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And this seemingly endless drive continues. To the air again, Romo. The catch made by Miller. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down.
Here we go. Gun.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. They come out here in the eye. Going for it, and this is the fullback Proch. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger brought in by Coates. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And taken right at the 35. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. He'll step aside.
Let's go now.
Now a first down throw. Romo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
2nd and 10. Romo once more. He's got time in the pocket. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Here we go. Right 18.
One last throw here for Romo. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Texans, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody.
Take a breath, inhale, exhale, now breathe, baby. Hey, baby, baby, hey, baby. Hey, baby, baby, hey, baby. Yeah. Inhale, exhale, let's take a breath and breathe, baby. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. Excuse her while she kisses the sky.